You might be using your capo wrong. Here are some technical do's and don'ts. Make sure you're using the right kind of capo. Here I have the D'Addario Reflex, which is very similar to the Shub in the way that they both have a little tool here for you to adjust the tension. It makes it great if you have a bunch of different kinds of guitars. Thick necks, skinnier necks, different radiuses. These will accommodate all of your guitars. Now you could also pick something like this, the Ernie Ball Axis, which actually has two different ways to use it. You can use the flat side if you have more of a flat radius, or you can flip it around and use the curved side. So kind of a Swiss Army knife here. Now when you go to place the capo on the neck, I like to apply it from the ground up. The reason being, if you're playing live and you have only a split second in between songs, you can quickly drop the capo, let it fall on the floor, and move on to the next song. Now when you're placing your capo on the fretboard, it's important to put it as close as possible to the fret that you're working with. This will give you increased tuning stability and sustain. Now, if you were to put it at the bottom of the fret, you're gonna get some notes that don't quite make it through the cut, right? So very important. Now, if you're like me and you have bigger hands, sometimes you run out of space, it feels like that capo is pushing up on you. Totally okay to angle it down a little bit on those higher strings to accommodate for more hand space. Don't leave your capo on your guitar when you're done playing. A couple things will happen if you do this. Long term, you're gonna damage the capo, okay? The strings are under a tremendous amount of pressure pushing on that rubber, and it's gonna cause some indentation, which will really kind of ruin the ability of the capo to capo. You're also risking indenting your frets, right? If I'm pushing these strings down really hard into the frets 24/7, chances are it's gonna get worn down a little bit, and that's where you get some fret divots, which is also not good. Now I see a lot of people too go, well, you know, I'm just gonna pop my capo up there, leave it. This is fine for showtime, but long term, you can actually damage the finish on the headstock depending on what material the capo itself has. So just put your capo away when you're done playing with it. Now, something you might notice is you're perfectly in tune, and then you put your capo down and all of a sudden everything goes out the window and you're really out of tune. Now, this could be from the way you put your capo down on the fretboard. So what I like to do, hold your capo open, put it over the fret, push down with your right hand across all 6 strings, even pressure, and then slowly release. This makes sure that every single string has even pressure on it so that everything will remain stable. Now, a fun little trick, let's say you had one string in your capo that was out of tune. Instead of physically tuning the G string, I can actually come behind the capo here, pull the string, which increases the tension. This will sharpen that G string. Or maybe the G string was sharp, I can pull the G string and give a little less tension, which will relieve the stress of that string and lower it back to being in tune. When used correctly, the capo is an amazing tool for your guitar playing. If you want to check out some more creative applications on how to use the capo, check out our other video, Musical Do's and Don'ts for the capo.